Recording. Okay, so this is to Stephanie and her mum. I just want you to have a good look at all this audience. Say hello to Stephanie and her mum. Okay, right, mate. Can you just film me for me, all right? Okay, and you can just play the steps and stuff. Right. Okay, what it is this story. Now, I was doing a show. I've just finished my run at the comedy festival. I've been doing a show about body language, and I met this girl called Stephanie on the street and her mum, and they sat down on this park bench together. This is just on Swanson Street. They sat on the park bench together, and as they sat down, they both crossed their legs at exactly the same time. And I said, "Oh, that's such beautiful body language." And I went and talked to her. And I started chatting to her, and she was a really nice girl. She told me she was a piano teacher, and we just got really chatting. And I said, "Why don't you come to my show? I'll give you some free tickets." And she came to my show. Anyway, her and her mum came to my show that night. It's a long story, just took yourselves in, you'll be alright. Her and her mum came to my show that night, and as part of the show, I talk about the best pheromones for a girl to use. Does anybody know that the best pheromone for a girl to use, by the way? What it is for a girl to take a dab of juice from her lemon, right? Put it behind her ear, and the pulse behind the ear sends out messages, sends out these pheromones to attract men. You've all done that, haven't you, girls? There must be somebody in this room who's done that. I can smell it, for fuck's sake. Oh, guys, you should not try that. It's going out on a Friday night with a bit of knob cheese in it. That just attracts mice, not women. Anyway, so this girl Stephanie came to my show, and I said to the audience, and I said, "Do you know the best pheromone for a girl to use?" And Stephanie called out, "Semen!" Which was so bizarre, because most girls have said like sweat or musk or olive or something, and she went, "Semen!" I thought that was bizarre. Anyway, show finished. She didn't get a chance to say goodbye. A week later, I got an email from her. She Googled me, she found my website, she contacted me through Google, and she sent me an email saying, "Oh, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye after the show. I really enjoyed your show, blah, blah, blah. Let's keep in touch." I thought, cool, she sent me a phone number. I thought, maybe that's right. Anyway, I didn't have time to reply to her email because I was busy going to this gig, so I just took a phone number and I sent her a text. And the text I sent her, I've actually written down my text exchange for you now. This is the text I sent her. It says, "You are still the only person to have called out semen in my show." And she replied back with, "That's because I'm so unique." So, cool. I said, "Maybe I just bring out the worst in you." And then she replied with, "Semen doesn't come out of me." With a smiley face. I'm thinking, oh yeah, she wants to play games this year, alright? So I sent the one back saying, oh, she said, "Yeah, semen doesn't come out of me." I said, "That's because you're not doing it right." And then she replied back, she said, "Are you going to teach me how to do it right?" I thought, oh, this is going pretty well, this girl, yeah. And I said, "Yeah, I'll teach you, but it'll take you all night," right? And then her next text message exchange, I had to write all these down, right, it's quite long. She said, "Anyway, why did it take you so long to get in contact? After all the persistence and actually giving out my number." I thought it was a bit weird. What do you mean persistence? Did she really have to Google me that much for hours to get my number? Did she mean, I don't know, I was a bit confused by it. I thought it was a bit confusing. So I called her up and said, "Hi, it's Mark here." And she went, "Who?" I said, "Mark, the guy you've been text flirting with the wrong guy, haven't you, Stephanie? You've been flirting with the wrong guy. You've been texting the wrong guy." And she said, oh, sorry, I thought it was someone else." So, well, how many times do you call out semen in people's shows? She said, "Well, actually, I didn't tell you the truth. Because I was with my mother, I told you I was a piano teacher, but I'm actually a stripper. And people call out random stuff to me all the time, and I may have shouted out something to them. I said, we don't call out the random word semen to all these other people. What kind of a girl are you?" Anyway, this stuff needs work, right? But I get to the point in the end, right? Anyway, after the conversation we had, I felt a little bit used. I felt a little bit bad. I felt like she was flirting with somebody who I wasn't. So I felt just not very good. And anyway, it's just fucking going wrong. Anyway, so I told her. Anyway, I felt like I get to the point. I know it's a slow story.
The battery's running
out. Right, and so that night I told my friend all about this, and he thought it was so funny. He said, "Oh, yeah, that's great." He said, "I know what I'll do. I'll text her from my phone, pretending to be the guy who she thinks she's been texting." Is this making sense? Yeah. And so I deliberately used poor grammar, right? Because I was using really nice grammar and all properly punctuating and stuff. I said, deliberately wanted you to use poor grammar. I want you to spell Stephanie wrong. And I said, oh, this is what I want you to write. And he wrote, hi Stephanie, sorry it's been taking me so long to get in contact with you. I've been overseas. And he spelled overseas wrong deliberately, right? And she replied back with, who is this? Is it Carl? And to which he replied, who else? Are you one of those game players? And she replied, word for word, right? She replied, sorry for being so guarded, only but early today, some creepy guy got my number from Facebook and scared me. She gave me her fucking number in her email, right? And she's claiming that Anyway. So, I basically replied back from my phone just going, cheeky bitch, sucker, right? And what I want you to do now is, so basically since then, I've actually been on Facebook and I've Googled and found out her mum. And I've got her mum's email address. And the audience now have got to decide whether I send this video to her mum or not. So, what do you think? Because her mum doesn't know she's a stripper. So I'm filming this video because I want to know. But the audience must decide whether I send it to her. So, who thinks I shouldn't send it to her? Who thinks I should send it to her? Excellent. So there you go, Stephanie.